Hello everyone and welcome to the next episode of Fireside Cinema.
This week we are talking to Danny Baldwin, whose latest short film, The Last Round, did the rounds at Rain Dance Festival 2015.
Danny is a graduate of Drama Centre London and is now in the industry producing commercials and doing all sorts of wonderful things, independent films and such. Let's have a quick look at his work and I hope you enjoy the interview.
Ready? Fight. I can see
Hello everyone. Danny, thank you very much for being here today. Danny, so you're a director. Mm-hmm. Tell me about The Last Round. Tell me the story behind that and how that started and what happened with that film.
Yeah, so that was my graduation piece from Drama Centre. Kind of the whole story started of me and the main actor just talking about the kind of films we want to make and what we want to do as our kind of final piece and our step into the industry. And so we thought a boxing film, why not? You can't go wrong with a bit of violence. So it started from there, and then we got the writer involved, Azza, who was brilliant. She loved the kind of characters that we wanted to portray. And then she just took the story and ran with it. Then we just worked on draft after draft, and then I got to filming and just did it, and happy days.
How'd it do? Did it work as a stepping stone? Did it?
Yeah, I think so. Like everyone who sees, well, it's one of those things you can't really tell when you ask people because they're always going to say, yeah, I loved it, that was great. Yeah. But so I assume everyone liked it. It got into Rain Dance, which was great. It premiered there, so that was like happy days for us. We got to meet like loads of cool people, and everyone there seemed to like it. It's one of those things where you send it off, people say it's good, and then I've got some work from it. People, whenever I'm applying for jobs and stuff like that, I always whack it off, and it's in my show reel. So
you would say yes?
Yeah, I guess in short and sweet way, yeah.
What's really interesting about you is that you're a sort of recent graduate, mm-hmm. So your journey is super interesting for our audience mm-hmm. and for for anyone else really. Mm-hmm. Tell me about the first job that you got out of Drama Centre and how you got it.
The first one. This is so weird. It was it was with the NHS, a company that works with the NHS. And I was making a fitness video for obese people, and yeah, that was so I had to film it and direct it almost.
What's it like directing a commercial compared to doing an independent film?
You just have no leeway whatsoever. So you come up, you've got your idea, you pitch it to them, they're like, cool, great, we like your idea, but what about if this happens? And then you think, yeah, okay, that could happen, okay, that kind of works. And then you get into that, and every day they've got like new ideas, and most of the time you're telling them, actually, no, we can't do that because that just makes no sense. And then when you film it, and then you come to the edit, and they want to just cut it. Like we did 3 15-second stories, and a bit of the feedback was, how about we cut the first scene in a 15-second story? And we're going, but this is the establishing of the story, and otherwise it's just otherwise something just happens and then a reaction, and so really you're kind of just left to doing what they want out of it. You're almost like a tool in their arsenal. Sure. And like with the music, we went away and got this amazing composer to come up with this great score, and then 2 days before the hand-in, they decided that the campaign was going in a different direction and they wanted a completely different style of music, and so you just have to be like, oh, okay, cool, we'll get it done. Yeah. And then try your best, really apologize to your composer and be like, Rick, can we do this instead?
Got to be super flexible.
Yeah, absolutely. but at the end of it, you know, I was kind of thinking like throughout that, am I going to be happy with the result? Like, is it still something that I'm going to want to show people and be like, hey, look at this, this is like my creation. But I think at the end of it, you know, even with like their bizarre and wacky feedback, you end up somewhere better. And you're like, oh, actually, this is actually kind of cool. This actually works. Like the music, it's not what I would have went for first, but like it actually works for the story. So yeah, you just have to be like, okay, take me where you want to take me, and let's do it.
What about the actors? Because actors that you've got in advertisement, they're proper actors from proper agents. Do you, are they asking you lots of questions, and you're like, I don't know where we're going next, or what? What's it like?
Yeah, that was hard in the sense that we had to do loads of different like kind of reactions and get them to do lots of different things. So like 1 second you're telling them, oh, can you do it like this? Yeah. And this is the story and this is what we want to tell. And then 2 minutes later you come up with an idea and you're like, oh, it could be quite cool if we do it like this. And then you have to like try and explain to them how it will work and why it will work, and then get them to like obviously ease into it because they're doing like quite strange things.
That makes sense then from the brand's perspective. They've got much more to choose from, and they can pick and choose how they want to sell whatever it is they're pushing. How well did what you learned at Drama Centre help prepare you for that role?
I think like I learned everything at Drama Centre. Like everything I know today comes from Drama Centre. But like in terms of specifics, I think one of the things that I was told is that it's so easy to lose yourself behind the camera and forget about the actors. Just almost just hope like and be scared to tell them like what they need to do, and especially because I'm still quite fresh and these are like established actors. They know what they're doing. I'm then nervous that am I going to give them the right direction? Am I giving them enough? And there is a tendency to kind of like take a step back and almost to shimmy behind the monitor and just like think, oh my God, what am I doing?
Let them do it.
So I just kept having to be like, nope, that's not going to be me. I'm not going to be that guy, and just like take deep breaths and knock them on the head.
Yeah, it's a really good story of sort of utilizing that last year in film school, making something really strong, and then just leveraging that to get one thing to the next and being quite flexible about where you go. It's great. What advice would you give to other sort of aspiring filmmakers?
Take the leap, like at least once. So I watched. Have you seen Family Fortune?
The TV.
Yeah. The dude on that, the guy I can't remember his name, but after every single show he talks about taking a leap of faith. And he says that the only way to ever be successful in something is by jumping. And once you've jumped, you can soar, but you can't soar unless you take the jump. And he says the first time you take the jump, you're not going to fly, you're going to fall flat on your face. But then you keep jumping, and eventually you take off. But if you spend so much time worrying about, where where your money's going to come, where your food's going to come, and you just work and work and work, then you never end up jumping, and you never end up soaring. So I think just at one point, just take the jump, just say like, screw it, I'm going to try it, and then the work will come.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Really good advice. Danny, how can people contact you? Have you got your own website, or are you up somewhere?
No, I'm working on my website at the moment, but email or any kind of like social media.
Brilliant.
Or like find my showreel online, it's up there.
We'll put your stuff on our video as well.
Cool.
Spread the word. Thanks very much for coming to see us. It's been great.
Thanks for having me.